your town in Ballarat created a ruckus just a while ago when a bunch of farmers chased the Prime Minister down with their tractors down the main street, and it was like a military operation, Trevor.
But it was a proud day to be from Ballarat. Ballarat, as you may know, has a long history that it shares with the Irish prospectors and miners. The first rebellion, or one of the first rebellions over property rights and paying too much tax, which is a glorious thing to be known for. The union movement, of course, have co-opted the Southern Cross, but we should remember that it was Chartists and people standing up for their property rights and feeling like they were paying too much tax that stoked the Eureka Rebellion. But the thing that struck me as you were introducing the segment, you were talking about this flowing from Labor governments, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news in an already bleak landscape, but I regret to inform you here in the People's Republic of Victoria, this is very much a bipartisan position. I was very, very dismayed. The Liberals said, "Oh, we're going to repeal treaty if we get elected." And I should note that at this point, it's a very, very big if, despite facing what is absolutely the worst government this state's ever seen, on what should be its death knell in its now late third term of office. But what they didn't say, and what the fine print revealed when they released their back of the envelope, hastily scribbled on the back of a napkin policy in response to the treaty being announced, is they said, we recognise we need to close the gap. We're going to abolish treaty, but we're going to put forward a new government department called First Nation Victoria, and that's going to be how we distribute. And literally their wording was, this is how we're going to be making sure that all the funding gets to the people that need it. So the Liberal Party here in Victoria is absolutely, and I'm confident if it were to be put to them again, the federal government under Susan Ley would say the same thing. We have a Liberal Party, a so-called opposition, who is now in lockstep and accepting the terms of these debates and the framing that's been put to them by their political enemies. And as a final note, I'd say that I actually don't think the community in general is particularly racist. I think Victorians don't necessarily see each other in racial terms, but our parliamentarians have drunk the Kool-Aid. They didn't get the memo that the woke mind virus is in retreat. They're far, far out to the left and dug in, and they're going to die on that hill. So I think racism is absolutely entrenched in our parliament, and I think John Ruddock said it best during his election campaign when he was successfully elected to the New South Wales Upper House. He said, politics and policy should be colourblind.